Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for a culinary roller coaster that's guaranteed to send your taste buds into a frenzy of delight. Today, we're embarking on a gastronomic adventure like no other, featuring a lineup that includes the savory sarge, the rich flavors of beef tongue, and an ensemble of ingredients designed to jazz up this Epicurean journey. It's time to dive into a world of taste, tradition, and tantalizing twists that promise to make this a culinary escapade to remember. Imagine a spring in Azerbaijan as a masterpiece painted by the divine, especially within its cozy villages where life blooms in harmony with nature. The air, fresh with the promise of new beginnings, brings a buzz of excitement reminiscent of joyful reunions. Here, daily life weaves a colourful tapestry of chores, from the tender care of gardens to the nurturing of personal veggie patches. Yet today breaks the routine with a culinary extravaganza set to ignite your palate and envelop your soul in warmth. Prepare yourself for a gastronomic odyssey that will delight, surprise, and transport you through flavors untold. You know, there's an undeniable magic in cooking amidst the embrace of nature, be it commanding the kazan or cultivating the earth. Today's menu features beef tongue, an Azerbaijani delicacy seasoned with a sprinkle of salt and a whisper of rosemary to enchant the senses with its aromatic allure. So let's take a momentary pause from our culinary whirlwind to gather by the samovar. Indulging in tea poured from a samovar within an Azerbaijani tavern is an experience unto itself, offering a richness and depth to the tea that is unparalleled, a true testament to the purity of the water and the tradition it upholds. Amidst the rhythmic whirring of the meal, my tea break becomes a reflective pause. Tea, in this setting, transcends being a mere beverage. It embodies a legacy, a narrative intertwined with the memories of our ancestors, serving as the cordial that unites us in moments of fellowship and jubilation. Take a moment to breathe in the beauty around you. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more adventures in the wilderness. Oh, and make sure to explore our store for culinary gems that you'll realize you can't do without. It's time for a tongue preparation session, where we ensure each piece is meticulously cleaned, readying them for a transformation that will imbue them with layers of flavors and textures. Now, while it may not clinch the title in a beauty contest, rest assured my furry companions would bestow upon it a unanimous 5-star rating for its irresistible taste. Embarking on a new chapter with fresh utensils, we introduce the sarge to our culinary narrative. A drizzle of oil, precise onion chopping, and a medley of spices join forces, setting the stage for the beef tongues to be enveloped in a symphony of flavors. Fresh tomatoes enter the fray, bursting with flavour, ready to add their vibrant notes to our culinary composition, enhancing the dish with their juicy, tangy essence. Crafting my signature sauce with the finesse of a culinary virtuoso, I blend ingredients with a flourish, eager to unveil a creation that sings with flavour and complexity. Without venturing too far into the territory of self-praise, the aromatic bouquet emanating from this dish heralds a symphony of flavours awaiting your verdict. Should you find yourself in my neck of the woods, an invitation stands to indulge in culinary delights that promise to enchant your palate. Now, no Epicurean journey is truly complete without the accompaniment of a fresh salad, offering a crisp, refreshing embrace to your taste buds, akin to a wholesome hug that balances every meal. The addition of warm bread to our feast elevates the experience, for there's a universal truth in the joy that a warm, crusty slice of bread brings to any table, enhancing flavours and comforting souls. Gather a bit of everything onto your plate, dive in, and allow the cascade of flavours to whisk you away to a culinary paradise. Who needs the confines of reality when a plate filled with such divine creation awaits? May I give you a heartfelt thank you for joining me on this whirlwind journey of tastes and aromas. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more adventures that promise to keep your culinary spirit soaring. Until we meet again, happy cooking, and may your days be filled with dishes that make your taste buds dance in sheer delight. Hello everyone, lovely to see you all again. For the cooking, you are to use whatever you have. Today, I've acquired 2 excellent turkeys, which I'll take care of. The morning appears dull, windy, and promising rain. It's good. I won't sweat while doing my job. Look at these pieces of poultry art. What could be better? 2 huge turkeys, well bred and fattened. To avoid waiting later, I decided to start a fire in a stove. The stove has to be hot when the time comes. These are my knives as well, masterpieces, but crafted by a blacksmith. My morning exercise? To sharpen them. Okay, let's check how good they are. Turkey is different from other poultry, usually. It's so big that you need to dismember it to get the proper pieces. Bones and joints are tough enough. I cut easily, as my instruments are made for this. Now I split the turkey in halves, after taking legs and wings. The halves are to be flattened for further cutting, so my knife will not slide off, and it's very important from a security point of view. Piece by piece is getting ready, and the flesh looks great. Quite a portion. Looks like a big one. The full set of vegetables is waiting on the table. Onions, carrots, bell pepper, green chilli and quince from the fruit side. Onions go first. I cut them in semicircles. A lot to fill the basin. Quince and bell pepper follow, green and red. Chili ends the process. The vegetable basin is full. Spice time. Salt and black pepper go into the salad and are mixed. My sheep are having their breakfast. A kind of salad as well. I start to fill my cooking basin with components. First goes the turkey flesh, no oil. Turkey and vegetables actually have enough water to be stewed in their own juice. I put everything in layers. Poultry, vegetables, poultry, vegetables. A vegan variant. What a surprise! I put a basin on the fire and go to fill some water to add it to the dish. Now this is the second carcass. I will do it in a different way. Another portion of spices. Now paprika is added for being spread around and massaged in and out. As the carcass is a big one, we need a lot of spices everywhere, in all meaty parts. I will make deep cuts. It will get the spices inside the product, and aside from this, the cuts will allow the heat to make the meal better, passing through the incisions. Now it's time to get the carcass wrapped. First goes a cooking paper, and it's followed by foil. 2 layers to withstand the heat. The package goes deep inside the stove and then the lid is closed. Let it rest there. The damper goes inside, closed, not to let heat out. Time to check and stir the first variant of turkey. Some chickpeas to be added. I need some woods to make my tea. So I go and cut dry and unnecessary or ill branches. Looks like everything is good. Oh, smells tasty. Tea leaves are to be perfused with boiling water, and the pot goes upside of the samovar to get brewed. My seat and my table. Perfectly natural.
Yeki. Bak, tabii ki.
This is my friend, He-Goat. He likes sweeties. Let him have a pair of lumps. And not forget to close and move away a sugar bowl.
Çay olsun. Şimdi ayağı suçlu olur.
The first scouts have arrived to find out what they're going to be waiting for. So, the first portion of the dish is ready. Looks and smells nice. It will be served with a special type of rice dish, Pilaf. The base is made of pilaf. The upper part is a cover of turkey and vegetables. Oh, you can see the steam going up. I guess it's time to get variant number 2 from the stove and unfold it. I unwrap the dish layer by layer. My small friend's team is here to help me with food. They look really hungry. The dish was waiting in the stove, not to be cold when its time comes. Time to take piece by piece and put them on the plate. Very tender meat. Perfect. It's practically falling off from the bones. Very juicy and crispy. Exactly what I was expecting. Now, it's my time to try. Super.
Super.
Are you ready to dive headfirst into a whimsical culinary escapade with yours truly? Today, you will find ribeye steak cooked in an improvised tandoor from an old cable drum, time with naughty four-legged friends, and a new construction site. Greetings from the captivating realms of Azerbaijan, where vibrant, clear streams dance gracefully amidst awe-inspiring vistas and the freshest of air. Get ready for garden chaos, slippery stones, and innards turned into adult delights. Today, we're waiting for not only the sweetness of cooking, but also the skill of the hands, and a lot of dirt for a new construction site, as the meaning of the village routine. Are you ready to dive headfirst into a whimsical culinary escapade with yours truly? Stay tuned, dear adventurers, for a feast of laughter and flavours awaits. Alright, so let's kick off our day with a twist. We're starting by setting up our cooking spot. I'm all about trying new things, and today's experiment involves not just cooking, but creating the perfect place for it. It's not just about the yummy food, it's also about embracing rural life, soaking in nature's beauty, and even getting a bit of a workout with some blacksmithing in the wild. So, I finally managed to cut through that empty cavity in my experimental setup. It's like unlocking a new level in a game. Exciting and full of possibilities. Alright, let's dive back into our cooking adventure. We're back at the location and it's time to get our ingredients ready. We've got nechara, rustic oil, garlic, and a bunch of spices all lined up, ready to mingle and create a symphony of flavors. Now comes the fun part, grinding and crushing everything together. Oh, and don't forget the rosemary. I plucked it fresh from my garden, adding that extra burst of flavor and juiciness. It's like bringing a piece of nature right into our dish. Having everything at hand really makes the cooking process smoother, don't you think? Once everything is nicely mixed with oil, get ready for a taste explosion. Trust me, it's going to be so delicious that you'll be licking your fingers clean by the end of it. Can't wait for you to experience these amazing flavors. Aside from cooking up delicious dishes, I've got a bunch of other exciting things on my plate. One of my favorite pastimes is working with clay. Sure, making a tandoor from scratch can be quite the workout, but there's something so fulfilling about crafting your own cooking equipment. It's like a burst of pride in your creative skills. Now, on to our furry friends. We always make sure to take care of them too. After all, happy pets make for a happy cook. And now, on to the star of the show, the main meat for today's feast. We handle it with care, slicing it up without any finger mishaps. No beginner's luck needed here. Each type of meat deserves its own special treatment, and today I'm here to give you a masterclass. But before we dive into that, let's take a moment to ensure everything is squeaky clean. Meat gets a good wash for hygiene's sake, and our veggies are enjoying a nice therapeutic bath too. Can't have a delicious meal without starting with the basics, right? Now that our veggies are sparkling clean, it's time to focus on the next step, preparing the fire. We're using hay and twigs, which are just perfect for getting that flame going for the next stage of cooking. It's a bit like juggling bees. There's always a lot happening, and I've got to keep up with everything buzzing around. Speaking of buzz, have you noticed how unpredictable the weather has been lately? Sometimes our cooking plans get delayed until late in the evening because, well, Mother Nature likes to keep us on our toes. But hey, when the weather finally decides to cooperate and blesses us with that long-awaited sunshine, it's like a chef's dream come true. The warmth of the sun just adds that extra touch of magic to the cooking process. Now, let's not forget the salt. It's time to sprinkle some of that goodness onto our dish before the wind decides to play tricks and blow away half of my carefully chosen spices. And with that, we dive into the fun part, roasting the meat. The sizzling sounds and tantalizing aromas of frying meat are like music to the ears of any true meat lover. Oh, isn't today's weather just lovely? It's warming up nicely now. But can you believe it was raining just a couple of hours ago? That's the beauty of life, always keeping us on our toes with its little surprises. Now, back to our delicious cooking adventure. When dealing with meat, it's crucial to give it a flip every now and then. Otherwise, you end up with uneven cooking, and nobody likes a piece of meat with coal on one side, right? That's a barbecue bummer. Once our meat starts releasing those mouth-watering juices on the grill, it's the perfect time to throw in some veggies. They soak up all that flavorful meat juice, adding an extra layer of deliciousness to our dish. And let's not forget about the sauce. It's like the finishing touch that brings everything together. I love experimenting with different spices to create unique flavors that'll have everyone coming back for seconds. It's all about that culinary creativity. So, folks, what are your thoughts on our culinary journey so far? But hold on, we're not done yet. We've got another exciting stage of frying ahead. And trust me, it's not your ordinary cooking experience. Stick around, and I'll walk you through every step of the way. Now, let's talk about wrapping our creation in foil and getting it ready to be carried away. It's like wrapping up a delicious surprise, and I can't wait to unveil it later. And here comes my favourite method, which I like to call the closet method. It involves hanging our dish in a burning fire, in our case the stove, and letting it cook slowly. It's a technique that infuses the dish with that irresistible smoky flavour that we all love. Now, while our meat is cooking to perfection, let's take a moment to enjoy life's little pleasures. How about a tea break with a traditional samovar? There's something incredibly comforting about sipping tea while the aroma of cooking fills the air. It's moments like these that make life truly enjoyable. Cheers to good food and good company. Oh, can we just pause for a moment and bask in the success of today's dish? I mean, it's like hitting all the right notes in a symphony of flavors. Every ingredient coming together just perfectly. It's a culinary masterpiece. Alright, let's all gather round now. Grab a plate brimming with this delightful dish, drizzle on that sauce, and let the flavours take us on a tasty adventure. Who's up for seconds? I know I am. And now, it's finally time for the moment of truth, the tasting. Each bite is a culmination of our efforts, a symphony of flavors that dance on the palate. It's the reward for all the hard work and creativity we put into making this meal. So, dig in and enjoy every delicious mouthful.
Super.
Thanks a bunch for joining me on this flavorful adventure, my dear foodie friends. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more culinary magic. Until next time, happy cooking and take good care. Greetings from the captivating realms of Azerbaijan. Today, you'll find fresh meat, a new way of cooking steaks, time in the wilderness. Are you ready to join me on this whimsical journey into the heart of deliciousness? Stay tuned, dear adventurers, for a feast of laughter and flavor awaits. As the winter days unfold lazily, I find myself amidst a flurry of preparations for our culinary expedition. First things first, a gathering of branches from the nearby forest, where the snow plays hide and seek, offering a whimsical backdrop for our adventures. Alright, let's dive into the fiery fun. With branches at the ready and freshly snow-washed hands, it's time to unleash the fire-building extravaganza. Armed with my trusty knife, I'm on a mission to gather all things flammable, dry branches, moss, and anything else that will get this cooking fiesta blazing. Picture me out there, like a culinary scout, scouting for the perfect kindling. There's a bit of a knack to it, you know. You've got to find the driest branches, the fluffiest moss, and maybe even a few secret tricks up your sleeve to get that fire roaring. And let's not forget the satisfaction of watching that first flicker of flame dance to life. It's like nature's way of saying, let the cooking adventures begin. So, grab your marshmallows and get ready for some campfire magic. But before we delve into the heart of culinary creativity, a pause for tea is in order. Ah, the magic of tea time. It's a moment of relaxation and rejuvenation, a chance to pause and savor the simple pleasures of life. Ah, the garlic dance, performed on my exclusive knife from the Slicers of the World collection. A symphony of slicing that adds a flavorful twist to our culinary tale. Picture this, the garlic bulb ready for its grand entrance perched on my brand new knife from the exclusive collection. It's like watching a dance unfold in the kitchen, a symphony of slicing that adds the special, flavorful twist to our culinary tale. As I gently guide the knife through the garlic cloves, it's like conducting an orchestra of flavors. The sharp blade effortlessly transforms the cloves into delicate, fragrant slices, each one contributing its unique charm to the dish. Have you ever witnessed oil heating in the midst of a forest adventure? The wilderness never fails to surprise with its unconventional cooking methods. As I stood amidst the culinary chaos, armed with a sprinkle of salt, a dash of wilderness creativity, and a pinch of humor that could rival even the deftest chef, dodging flying salt like a student facing an angry Gordon Ramsay, I couldn't help but feel like a culinary wizard on a whimsical adventure. Amidst the wild, creativity blooms like a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. The memories of camping adventures with schoolmates, guarded by vigilant supervisors. A blend of nostalgia and culinary curiosity. And hey, while you're here enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a fantastic comment. I read every single one of them. You can also check out our assortment in the store. Who knows, you might find something that impresses your friends and makes your neighbors green with envy. A rustic wooden barbecue set against the backdrop of nature's beauty as the meat sizzles and releases tantalizing aromas that dance in the air. It's like the wilderness's own version of gourmet cooking, don't you think? There's something irresistible about cooking in the heart of nature. The fresh air, the crackling of the fire, and the joy of creating delicious meals with simple ingredients. It's a culinary adventure waiting to happen. Who could resist such temptation? So, let's raise our imaginary chef's hats to this outdoor cooking extravaganza. Here to embracing nature's bounty and turning it into culinary magic that brings joy to our taste buds and warmth to our souls. Cheers to delicious adventures and the wonders of outdoor cooking. As the meat works its magic on the grill, it's the perfect time for a tranquil tea-sipping moment, don't you think? Picture this. You're surrounded by the bustling sounds of the wilderness kitchen. Yet here you are, taking a delightful pause to sip on some soothing tea. There's really something special about these quiet moments amidst all the cooking action. It's like a little oasis of calm in the midst of nature's vibrant chaos. The steam rising from your cup, the gentle aroma of herbs filling the air, it's pure bliss. So, let's raise our teacups to these serene interludes in our culinary adventures. Here's to finding moments of peace and relaxation even in the busiest of kitchens. Cheers to time in the wilderness. A life hack for the slightly lazy but immensely innovative, using the campfire to warm up food, turning ordinary dishes into gourmet delights with a wilderness twist. Ah, gogal, the soft and flavorful delight that takes me back to cherished family gatherings and the joy of indulging in nature's embrace. Picture this: fluffy pastry, sweet fillings, and a sprinkle of nostalgia in every bite. It's like a taste of spring wrapped in memories of joy and celebration. You know, there's something special about family recipes. They carry the essence of love and tradition, making each bite not just a culinary experience, but a journey through time and togetherness. And when you enjoy it amidst nature's beauty, it's like adding an extra sprinkle of magic to the mix. So, here's to gogal, a delightful treat that warms the heart and delights the senses, making every moment in nature's embrace a celebration of life's simple pleasures. Cheers to good food, good company, and the memories we create along the way. The importance of vitamins in winter, especially amidst mountainous landscapes, a reminder to savor nature's bounty in every dish. The steak. A blank canvas, eagerly waiting to be adorned with mushrooms, butter, transforming it into a culinary masterpiece that would make even the most stoic food critic break into a happy jig. As I gaze upon this masterpiece of flavors and aesthetics, I can't help but feel like a wizard who has just conjured a spellbinding dish. The creepy yet tender meat, infused with the rich essence of the wilderness, beckons with a siren's call, teasing my taste buds and igniting a hunger that only a true culinary masterpiece can satisfy. So here's to the plate that comes alive with aesthetics and gastronomic delights, to the anticipation that makes taste buds dance with joy, and to the crispy yet tender meat that embodies the essence of the wilderness. Let the feast begin, and may the flavors never cease to amaze and delight. Behold, the grand finale of my wilderness cooking extravaganza, where hot bread meets juicy meat in a symphony of flavors that would make even the most seasoned chef do a little victory dance. Picture this: golden brown loaves of bread, fresh from the fire, crackling with warmth and ready to embrace the succulent meat waiting to be devoured. It's a match made in culinary heaven, a union that celebrates the artistry of cooking in the wild. As I carefully slice through the steaming bread, releasing tantalizing aromas that could rival any fancy restaurant, I can't help but feel like a culinary maestro conducting a delicious orchestra. The meat, tender and juicy, nestles perfectly within the warm embrace of the bread, creating a gastronomic masterpiece that would make food critics weep with joy. And let's not forget the sound effects.
Super.
The satisfying crunch as teeth sink into the crispy crusts of the bread, followed by the burst of flavors as the meat juices mingle with every bite. It's a culinary adventure that tickles the taste buds and warms the soul. Thank you for joining me on this flavorful escapade, dear foodie friends. Until next time, happy cooking, and may your culinary adventures be filled with laughter, creativity, and delicious surprises. Hello, my lovely friends. Join me for a heartwarming journey right from the beautiful countryside of Azerbaijan, where the landscapes are breathtaking and the companionship of furry friends makes every day special. Today, we're blending cozy life with the culinary arts, from snug stables for our animal family to the sizzling delights of oven-baked steaks, while waiting for special guests at the dinner table.
Hey.
So, whether you're a food enthusiast, an animal lover, or just in need of a comforting escape, you're in for a treat. Let's create some unforgettable moments together, celebrating the essence of home, hearth, and the bonds that bring us joy. Stick around for a day filled with warmth, deliciousness, and the kind of soulful reflections that make life truly beautiful. Here's to cooking, caring, and cherishing together.
Rex, его теперь же. Не, хватит дальше, блин. Как я не буду? Бешни. Идем, едем.
Been busy with the stable where the animals cozy up for the winter. It's important to keep their homes snug and safe, you know? Now, switching gears to cooking. Choosing the right tools, like knives and such, really makes the experience a whole lot better. And yep, haven't forgotten to treat my furry friends to some goodies. They deserve all the love and snacks. So, as you've guessed, I'm whipping up some oven-baked steaks today. My oven's a trusty old friend. But those coals... stick around, I've got a neat trick up my sleeve. Tis the season for the juiciest persimmons, and I just have to share them with my four-legged companion. They love it. Oh, the aroma wafting from the meat is just divine. A true feast for the senses for us meat enthusiasts. Watching the meat sizzle, it's like time stands still. There's something mesmerizing about it. Can't do without those herbs and spices. They're the secret heroes of any dish. After a bit of prep and a snug wrap in foil, the meat's off to the oven. And it's not just for show. Plus, let's toss in some potatoes and get some special guests coming over today. While our feast is getting ready, let's dive into a world of tea bliss. Nothing like a good brew to set the mood, right? Lately, everything's been making me a bit nostalgic and has got me pondering life. Is it age or just the season's melancholy? What do you think? But hey, nothing brightens a cloudy day like family time and kids' laughter. It's the little things, truly. So, Let's make it a point to gather more often, share a meal, and cherish these moments. In today's world, it's priceless.
Super. اسمك ايه الخيادة؟ شو اخلاق؟ هلا
And here's the dish. Can't wait to see the kiddos dig in. It's always a joy watching them enjoy my cooking. Thanks for spending some time with me today, dear foodie pals. Till we meet again, happy cooking and take good care. Today's plan? Constructing a furnace to cook my dinner. First, preparing the spot. I found a large, flat stone, cleared it of moss and grass. I then gathered some stones for the setup. I used them to create a semicircle, leaving an opening for the furnace. Then mixed clay with water to create a cement-like binder for our structure. Once the mixture was right, I began stacking the stones. Applying the cement to build up our furnace shape. I crafted the bottom with the leftover cement. smoothing it out by hand. Once the cement set, I filled it with dry weed and sticks. The fire in there will create the coals needed for cooking. Time to start cooking. I prepared a lamb thigh, cutting it into small pieces for a vegetable stew. I started with an eggplant, cutting it to match the meat. I then got the water boiling while adding cubed potatoes and the meat. I added a variety of veggies. Tomatoes, onions, all sliced up for the dish. Okay, the water's bubbling. So, while cooking, I made a sauce with tomatoes, onions, spices, and a touch of oil. I mixed it well and added it to the pot with the meat and vegetables. Then I brewed some tea with wild berries I found. A healthy, refreshing drink. I placed the pot among the hot coals and sealed the furnace to let the stew cook. I can't forget the bread. So I mixed flour, salt, yeast, and water. Made a dough, covered it, and allowed it to rise. So I'm checking the main dish. Looking good. Now, onto the bread. Shape the dough into a smaller round loaf. I cleaned off the ash. And placed it in the furnace. And there we have it. Fresh, hot bread from those fiery rocks. Dinner is ready. Tender meat soaked in vegetable flavors. Paired with homemade bread. Simply delicious. The outcome? All the effort was worth it. Super.
Super.
Hey there, foodie fam. Greetings from the stunning mountains of Azerbaijan. Are you ready to buckle up for an epic culinary journey with me? I'm beyond thrilled to whip up something special here and share every savory moment with all of you awesome friends. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's make this cooking escapade even more fun and interactive. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single moment of this flavorful adventure. So, get ready for some serious foodie fun. Today, I've got some quirky ideas brewing about whipping up an Azerbaijani twist on the famous Uzbek Pilaf. Hold on to your chef hats, folks. The ingredients today seem juicier and fresher, probably because the weather is all warm and cozy. I'm tempted to take a tea break already, but let's save that chatter for later. We've got culinary magic to craft first. Can't forget about my furry companion's mealtime, although my trainer buddy insists otherwise. But hey, feeding everyone is part of my job description, right? Time for some pampering. It's Carrot's bath time, folks. Now, prepare yourselves for a masterclass in onion slicing. Trust me, it's more thrilling than it sounds. Each ingredient has its moment to shine. Let's not steal the spotlight from the dog snack while we rinse the rice thoroughly. Speaking of rice, do you think it's more Asian or a product of territorial culinary conquests? Let's discuss. Ah, the legendary cauldron for Pilaf. This traditional oriental boiler is like the superhero of cookware, ensuring even heat distribution for tastier meals. And yes, I swear my food tastes better in wooden dishes. It's the magic touch, I tell you. Onion, meat, carrots, the dream team for Uzbek-inspired pilaf. The kitchen smells divine, doesn't it? Everything looks so mouth-watering that I'm tempted to dive in right now. But alas, patience is key when crafting the perfect pilaf. Cooking pilaf in this cauldron is a whole art form. The flavors meld together like a culinary symphony, creating an indescribable taste. And did you know that in Uzbek cuisine, these cauldrons can feed entire villages? Talk about impressive. While our pilaf simmers away, let's whip up a quick salad. Multitasking like a pro chef here. Crafting time. Can you guess which animal I'm sculpting? Hint, it's not your typical kitchen critter. Tea time. A throwback to old Azeri films and cozy kitchen moments. Memories of those movie scenes with steaming cups of tea. Classic. And now for the unexpected twist. Voila! The peacock is ready! It's not every day you see a peacock on the dinner table, huh? No Hogwarts magic, just handcraft. back to cooking, and wow, the aroma takes me right back to my childhood kitchen. Nostalgia served with a side of mouth-watering pilaf. I absolutely recommend trying this recipe and share your favorite pilaf recipes in the comments.
Super.
Thanks a bunch for joining me on this flavorful food adventure. My dear foodie friends, remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more culinary magic. Until next time, happy cooking and take good care. Cheers to delicious dishes and endless laughter. Hey there, what have we got here? A new culinary adventure in the wild. Are you ready to dive headfirst into a whimsical culinary escapade with yours truly? Today, we're tackling a huge cow leg. Yep, you heard that right. But let's take a step back, about 6 months back, to see how it all began. Meanwhile, welcome to the captivating realms of Azerbaijan, where vibrant, clear streams dance gracefully amidst awe-inspiring vistas and the freshest air. Get ready for garden chaos, slippery stones, and innards turned into adult delights. There's nothing more unforgettable than an adventure where you're fully immersed with all your heart. And while you're at it, subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and tell us in the comments what you're most excited about. Today, we're facing a massive chunk of meat, specifically a leg, and we're diving into the joys of cooking, the skill of craftsmanship, and the messy fun of a new construction project as part of village life. Are you ready for this whimsical culinary escapade? Stay tuned, dear adventurers, for a feast of laughter and flavor awaits. I've always believed, and probably will for a long time, that in cooking, nothing is unnecessary. Throwing away things you don't need right now just feels strange to me. So I always try to stick to this principle, even when I'm shopping. Ah, beautiful oranges. I saw them in the store right in season, and an idea immediately popped into my head on how to use and cook them. While I'm busy squeezing these oranges, take a peek at our shop. You can also check out our assortment in the store. Who knows, you might find something that impresses your friends and makes your neighbors beg for your cooking secrets. Citrus fruits are in vogue for me. They're very healthy, but you can't eat too many of them because, well, allergies are no joke. But you know what's always delightful? Picking fruits straight from the branches. It takes me back to my childhood, when the whole world seemed like our playground, and the only things we ate were the unripe fruits from the trees. Back then, we didn't worry about whether the fruits were perfectly ripe, or whether they had spots or blemishes. We just grabbed whatever we could find and enjoyed it on the spot. The taste of those slightly tart, unripe fruits was a flavor all its own, mingled with the thrill of adventure and the freedom of those endless summer days. Hey, my friend Mickey, did you smell something already? I haven't even started cooking yet. Do you think animals have a sixth sense? Even though these cherry plums are freshly picked from the tree, it's still worth washing them. And no, I'm not going to eat them or dry them right now. They're for cooking. Now, while I add salt and mix the ingredients, take a moment to guess what I'm going to do with this concoction. The countdown starts now. Now it's looking more like a sauce, or maybe not. Stay tuned to find out what it really is. I'm placing this dish on the edge of the table at my own risk. Fingers crossed, nobody, no names mentioned, knocks it over. I use garlic often in my dishes, along with various spices. They give the food a unique flavour and protect your body from bacteria, though I think the latter is thanks to garlic's wonderful aroma. Everyone around here works hard. Support our efforts, because we're working to bring you joy. And hey, while you're enjoying the video, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a fantastic comment. Honestly, I read every one of them. I'm continuing, but now at a new location. In village life, work never stops, but it always bears fruit. Here are my fruits in the form of a new outdoor tandoor. Get ready for a fiery show. As I step into the heart of our rustic cooking adventure, the real excitement begins. With the fire aside, my meat isn't ready yet. Now I'll reveal where that citrus and cherry mixture goes inside the meat. Trust me, you won't forget it. It's totally worth trying, and even the bees agree with me. Juice inside and sauce outside, carefully smeared all over. A fantastic combination. If you want similar tools that will wow your friends and neighbors, check out our store. We have everything you need. I almost forgot to add rosemary for flavor and garlic, which is my personal favorite. Let's not dilly-dally. I'll hang it up to roast right away. It looks amazing, if you ask me. Wrapping it in foil to keep the juices in and leaving this beauty to cook is going to take a while, so let's not waste any time. The construction is ready, and so are we. Sealing it up, and now what? Think we've earned a break. Here's my beautiful samovar and freshly brewed tea. What could be better? Only tea with sweets in the company of my four-legged friend. I can't leave him without a treat, but sharing tea is off the table. There's something so timeless and comforting. As we sit there, enjoying the tea and the treats, there's a sense of peace and contentment. The simple pleasure of a well-brewed cup of tea, the sweetness of homemade treats, and the companionship of a beloved pet. These are the moments that make life special. It's a reminder that happiness often lies in the simplest of things, in the small rituals and the quiet moments we share with those we love.
Hello.
Ah, a good rest. Now, let's uncover our treasure and see how it's doing. This meat is heavier than it looks, but let's see if it was worth all the effort. Wow, what a beauty! And it smells amazing. Time for some sauce and my secret ingredient, Pilaf. Let's taste the meat and see how it turned out. I think it surpassed my expectations.
Super.
I can't eat alone in such perfect weather, so let's set up a table and enjoy together. Grab your plates and let's go. Now I have a table full of food and people. What a good day. Cooking for someone and seeing them enjoy your food with such enthusiasm. Thank you for joining me on this flavorful escapade, dear foodie friends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Until next time, happy cooking, and may your culinary adventures be filled with laughter, creativity, and delicious surprises. Greetings from the captivating realms of Azerbaijan. where vibrant clear streams dance gracefully amidst awe-inspiring vistas and the freshest of air. When you're an adult, you often find yourself venturing out to discover new horizons, like building your own tandoor or exploring cooking techniques. Today, we're diving deep into these adventures. Each day brings something new, from meeting new people to marveling at the diversity that surrounds us. Oh, and while you're here soaking in the atmosphere, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a fantastic comment. Your engagement fuels our journey. The world is indeed a beautiful place, full of mystery and sincerity, where every person and every brick finds its place in the grand tapestry of life. And of course, what's a trial test of a tandoor without lighting a fire? Let's build it up, and I won't waste any time. After all, for some structures, it's not just about buying, it's about building from the ground up. There's something incredibly satisfying about getting your hands dirty and working with raw materials. Dirt and handwork have never scared me. In fact, over the years, this has become my way of meditating and grounding myself. There's a unique joy in connecting with the earth, feeling the texture of the soil, and embracing the sweat and effort that come with manual labor. It's a way to restore your energy, reconnect with nature, and remember your roots. This process of building, whether it's a tandoor or a garden bed, brings a sense of accomplishment and peace that's hard to find elsewhere. But don't get me wrong, taking time off from work is just as important. We're all human after all. Balancing hard work with moments of rest and relaxation is key. It's in these breaks that we recharge, reflect, and get inspired for our next project. So, while I dive into the work of building and cooking, I also make sure to take a step back, enjoy the fruits of my labor, and appreciate the beauty of the simple, mundane moments. So let's get this fire started and watch our tandoor come to life, knowing that every brick, every flame, and every effort is part of a larger journey that connects us to our past, our present, and our future. Now, let's check on our fire. It should be burning just right. It's crucial to keep the fire at the right temperature. If it gets too hot, the outside of our food can burn before the inside is cooked through. Too low, and we risk undercooking, missing out on that perfect balance of tenderness and flavor. This balance is what makes cooking with a tandoor so special and challenging. Alright, let's kick off our day with a twist. We're starting by setting up our cooking spot. I'm all about trying new things, and today's experiment involves not just cooking, but creating the perfect place for it. It's about embracing rural life, soaking in nature's beauty, and even getting a bit of a workout with some blacksmithing in the wild. Our guest of honor today is a large piece of beef, accompanied by a colorful array of vegetables. Feel free to share your dish ideas in the comments. I'm curious about what you'd cook with these ingredients, and who knows, your recipe might win. In moments like these, everything seems to be going according to plan. It's almost magical how everything falls into place, especially when you have a system and precision in your cooking process. There's a rhythm to it, from the chopping and mixing to the cooking and plating. Every step has its purpose, and when it all comes together, it's incredibly satisfying. But let me tell you, while I appreciate the order and precision, I also thrive on spontaneity and experimentation. There's something exhilarating about trying new things in the kitchen, pushing the boundaries of traditional recipes, and seeing what unexpected flavors and combinations you can come up with. Sometimes the best dishes come from a bit of improvisation and a willingness to break the rules. That said, traditional approaches and dishes hold a special place in my heart. There's a rich history and culture behind them that I deeply respect. Each recipe, passed down through generations, carries stories and memories, and recreating these dishes is like honoring those who came before us. It's a way of connecting with our roots and keeping traditions alive. For example, when I'm making a classic Azerbaijani dish, I follow the age-old techniques and use the same ingredients my ancestors did. There's a beauty in that continuity, in knowing that I'm part of a long line of cooks who have prepared this dish in much the same way. But even then, I might add a personal twist, a new spice, a different cooking method to make it my own. Now it's time to season the ribs and meat, and my favorite seasoning is salt. Dealing with wind and salt can be tricky, but my trusty wooden friend ensures everything goes smoothly. Each piece dangles gracefully, absorbing the heat and flavors that the tandoor imparts. I must admit, I had my doubts until the very last moment. You see, cooking in a tandoor is as much an art as it is a science, and there's always a bit of uncertainty about how things will turn out. As I carefully hang each piece, I can't help but marvel at the process. The meat, seasoned to perfection, starts to sizzle as it comes into contact with the hot walls of the tandoor. The aroma is intoxicating, a blend of spices and smoke that promises a mouth-watering feast. Ah, there's Mickey, my faithful companion. You've slimmed down, haven't you? Despite my initial doubts, there's a thrill in taking a leap of faith with this cooking style. The unpredictability is part of the adventure. Will the meat turn out as tender as I hope? Will the flavors meld together just right? Alright, now let's carefully remove everything to avoid any mishaps with the fire and coals. This method of cooking, though ancient, never ceases to amaze me. The way the tandoor distributes heat evenly, cooking the meat to juicy, tender perfection, while imparting a unique smoky flavor, is nothing short of magical. It's a technique passed down through generations, and standing here, I feel a connection to those who have cooked before me, using the same methods and ingredients. I remember my grandma used to bake bread and cooker, small bread rolls in a similar tandoor. They were delicious and perfect for kids. Now that the steaks, ribs and meat are done, let's move on. It's time to add extra ingredients and make some vegetable kebabs in the tandoor. And of course, I'm washing all the vegetables myself. This time, I decided not to make a simple salad or vegetable sauce, but to prepare them in kebab style. But these vegetable kebabs won't just cook over the fire. They're going into the tandoor for that authentic flavor. And there we have it. Everything's ready. The aroma alone is enough to make your mouth water. But we're not stopping there. Now it's time for something purely rustic. Let's shift our focus to the heart of village cooking. We're diving into the simplicity and charm of rustic cuisine, where every ingredient tells a story and every dish brings a sense of comfort and warmth. There's something special about preparing food in a way that honors tradition and simplicity, yet delivers rich and satisfying flavors. Salad, herbs, salt, and meat. What's missing? Flatbread. As everything comes together, take a moment to appreciate the beauty of cooking. It's about using what you have, making the most of simple ingredients, and creating meals that are not only delicious, but also nourishing and comforting. It's a reminder of the joy that comes from cooking with love and intention, and the way food has the power to bring people together.
Super.
Thank you for joining me on this flavorful escapade, dear foodie friends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for faster updates. Until next time, happy cooking, and may your culinary adventures be filled with laughter, creativity, and delicious surprises.
Kanalımıza dəstək olmaq istəyirsinizsə, onlayn mağazamızdan xüsusi bıçaq və ya taxta qablarımızı əldə edə bilərsiniz. Mağazanın linki videonun altındakı təsvirdə var. Super!